signs tomorrow.
It's a day many have had circled on their calendar for months. The Wildcats take on the Cardinals. How Lexington businesses are getting ready to cash in during tomorrow's game.
There was blood just everywhere. And then, I was looking around. I was shocked. I really didn't know what had happened.
She says he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hear from a Jessamine County mother who says her son was stabbed while trying to break up a fight.
He loved the fish, he loved the art. He was a wonderful, loving, caring person, would do anything for you.
This intersection is back open after being closed for hours yesterday. 2 men were killed, 2 others were taken to hospitals.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. 2 Southern Kentucky families are heartbroken tonight after their loved ones died in a crash. That crash happened at the intersection of Highway 914 and Highway 80 near Somerset. We're told a blue Chevy Cavalier collided with a tanker truck. Police say 28-year-old Jody Johnson and 30-year-old Justin Angel were in the car at the time. WKYT's Victor Puente talked to Johnson's fiance tonight how she wants others to remember him. It's our top story at 11.
This intersection is back open after that crash earlier today. 2 men were killed, 2 others were taken to hospitals. Somerset police say the crash happened when a car driven by 20-year-old Travis Strope came to a stop near the middle of the intersection on Kentucky 914.
And it was green for the semi, but when I seen the car, all I just seen was the collision. It happened that quick.
The driver of a semi hauling an empty tanker on Kentucky 80 tried to swerve to miss the car, but police believe Swope sped up to try to beat the tanker through the intersection.
It sounded just like a big boom, a really, really hard hit.
The semi struck the passenger side of Swope's car, sending it off the road. Both of the other men in his car, 28-year-old Jody Johnson and 30-year-old Justin Angel, died at the scene. Swope was flown to UK Hospital, where he's still in serious condition. The woman who lives next to the intersection says she knew the 2 men who died and tried to help them. She says Jody Johnson responded briefly when she approached the car.
He did not talk. He just held his hand up.
Johnson's fiance came to the scene. She said the 3 men had just been at a restaurant and were almost home.
He loved the fish, he loved the art. He was a wonderful, loving, caring person, would do anything for you.
The driver of the semi was taken to a local hospital. Police say he was dealing with some neck and back pain. In Pulaski County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Police had to divert traffic around the intersection for about 2.5 hours tonight. That road has since reopened. Crews in Pulaski County had another crash to deal with this afternoon. This crash happened on US 27 near the entrance of Burnside Island State Park around 5. Police say a man had to be airlifted to the hospital after a boulder landed on his car. We're told 54-year-old Thomas Jasper lost control of his car and hit a rock wall. A rock from that wall then fell on his car. Jasper was flown to UK Hospital. There's no word yet on his condition. We finally got a little break from the dreary December weather we've been having, but looks like we are only getting a taste of this beautiful weather because some changes are on the way. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking those changes for us on the First Alert Defender. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Amber. Yeah, we were teasing earlier. If you got some rain gear from Santa Claus this year, you're going to get to put it to good use this weekend. Rain is heading back to the Bluegrass State. What else is new there? Live First Alert Defender late on this Friday evening, actually picking up on a couple of sprinkles back to the west of the Lake Cumberland area. A lot of that will dry up the farther northeast that it gets, but we do have a lot of clouds that are increasing, and that's a sign of things to come. Seeing additional scattered showers into parts of the Volunteer State. Got to get back to the western sections of the Mississippi River Valley now to pick up on some of the steadier rains, and those rains have a ticket for the Bluegrass State. Basically, that's in the warm side of a storm system, a couple of storm systems that will impact our region over the next several days. Stalled out boundary is slowly inching its way toward Kentucky. It's separating wintertime to our west versus what we have to the east of that, and that's some pretty nice temperatures again for your Saturday. We're into the mid to upper 50s before the showers get into town. You'll have plenty of dry weather early in the day. It's once we go into tomorrow evening, we'll notice the rain that will really kick into high gear for the weekend as temperatures slowly drop. And Amber, the cold eyes Kentucky before the ball drops on 2015. Full forecast in less than 10 minutes.
See you then, Chris. Thank you. Christmas Eve took a violent turn for one family in central Kentucky. Police say a man stabbed two people during a fight. Nicholasville police arrested Cody Seflica and charged him with first-degree assault. They say he stabbed two people during a fight at a home on Grinder Court. One of those victims was 23-year-old Stephen Lancaster. Police say he tried to break up the fight between Seflica and another man. Lancaster's mother says her son was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There was blood just everywhere, and then, I was looking around, I was shocked. I really didn't know what had happened. And then here comes my son across the street holding his arm up.
Neighbors say they do not know Seflica or the other man. They say the two were fighting over a woman who they believe was visiting someone in that area. A Frankfort teen injured last night in a shooting has died. The Fayette County Coroner's Office says that 16-year-old Donnemeyer Russell died at UK Hospital. He was shot in the head. Frankfort police tell us that he was in a home on Taylor Avenue for a family gathering when he was shot. We're told that someone else was handling that gun. At this point, police believe the shooting was accidental, but the investigation is ongoing. Police in Franklin County are working to keep you and your Christmas presents safe and out of the hands of thieves. Police say this time of year they often increase patrols around neighborhoods and shopping centers. They say this is the time of year when crooks will cruise neighborhoods to check out boxes at the end of driveways to see what Santa delivered. The sheriff's office suggests cutting up packaging and placing it inside your recycling bin. That way no one passing by can see any of those Christmas boxes. We all know what game is scheduled for tomorrow. Kentucky taking on the Cardinals at the Yum Center in Louisville. And the 100-year-old rivalry between these two teams is in full swing as businesses prepare to cash in on tomorrow's game. WKYT's Jerica Insko shows us how this game day is like any other. It's our story that's new at 11.
Game day might get a little crazy, especially when UK and Louisville play, but places like this one get excited for all the business they expect to get. It's insane. It's crazy.
And that's exactly how they like it.
All we see is dollar signs tomorrow.
This time of year at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I expect to get here at 11:30 and be packed by 12. Every single table will be taken by 12 and the game doesn't start till 2.
But it's not like any other game day when you have a rivalry that bleeds both blue and red.
And this is what we look forward to. We look forward to any UK game, and especially UK versus Louisville. I mean, I think that's our favorite of the year, football or basketball. Basketball just makes it that much better.
Busy is an understatement.
Can I get you all anything else?
As they juggle all the hungry fans.
You're just going the entire time. You never stop. No one ever stops.
However, before these fans even show up, they need their team's gear to sport on the big day.
Okay,
which feeds money to places like All Sports the day before.
Yeah, we've got lots of Louisville merchandise as well as a lot more Kentucky merchandise.
And when that day before also happens to be the day after Christmas, merchandise just flies off the racks.
Any game brings some excitement and a few more sales of Kentucky merchandise.
With people coming in to change sizes, not sides.
Remember that big game tips off Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. In Lexington, Jerica Insko, WKYT.
And of course, UK and Louisville fans are already showing their game day spirit for tomorrow's game. At New Ebony Barbershop over on Leestown Road in Lexington, you'll have no problem tracking down UK fans, but just wait and you'll find one customer who stands out in a sea of blue.
The Cardinal Mike? Yeah. He's a fanatic. I hear him pulling up right now. With this Louisville car, I'm going to call a tow truck.
You know, I don't know why he got the big red car with them big red flags sitting off the side of it.
Every time I pull up, I got to represent my team. When I get out of my car, they will either lock the door or tell me to stand in one spot and won't let me go no further in the store. I help people, they throw the fingers up at me, you know. Do you have some? They won't take pictures of me in my car.
Well, Coleman there has been a U of L fan since 1975, and although he says most of his friends are UK fans, he says there's no chance that he's going to be changing sides. Still to come here on WKYT, a Marion County woman is found dead outside her home tonight. Hear from neighbors who say they are shocked to learn what happened in their otherwise safe neighborhood. People living in a central Kentucky neighborhood are calling it a shocking discovery. A woman found dead in her driveway on Christmas. Police say a family member found 46-year-old Susan Summers lying in her driveway on Parkside Drive in Marion County. We're told she had a gunshot wound. Neighbors say they are surprised to hear this kind of crime happened in their neighborhood.
Really shocked. Just can't believe it. She would speak whenever, we see one another out, and they'd wave, and her and her daughter and one son.
State police believe she was shot and killed but have not made any arrests. Police in Laurel County are investigating after a man died in a tractor accident. It happened on Mount Salem Road right outside of London. Police tell us 80-year-old Robert Hopper was driving a tractor when it rolled over. He died a short time later. The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign may be over, but it's not too late to donate online to help the organization reach its goal. Volunteers finished counting up the donations this afternoon. Officials say they collected $514,000, just shy of their $550,000 goal. Next week, officials hope to close that gap through online donations. And there's an extra incentive. An anonymous donor plans to match the amount given up to $100,000.